Dale Carnegie's wisdom on life and success. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Act enthusiastic, and you will be enthusiastic. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flattered you. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. One of the most tragic things I know about human nature is that all of us tend to put off living. We are all dreaming of some magical rose garden over the horizon, instead of enjoying the roses blooming outside our windows today. Remember, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. When dealing with people, remember you are not dealing with creatures of logic, but creatures of emotion. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. Happiness doesn't depend on any external conditions. It is governed by our mental attitude. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. Our fatigue is often caused not by work, but by worry, frustration, and resentment. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. Are you bored with life? Then throw yourself into some work you believe in with all your heart. Live for it, die for it, and you will find happiness that you had thought could never be yours. Take a chance. All life is a chance. The man who goes farthest is generally the one who is willing to do and dare. Any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, and most fools do. But it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. When we hate our enemies, we give them power over us, power over our sleep, our appetites, our blood pressure, our health, and our happiness. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. The person who seeks all their applause from outside has their happiness in another's keeping. Don't be afraid to give your best to what seemingly are small jobs. Every time you conquer one, it makes you that much stronger. One reason why birds and horses are not unhappy is because they are not trying to impress other birds and horses. The expression one wears on one's face is far more important than the clothes one wears on one's back. Even God doesn't propose to judge a man until his last days. Why should you and I? The royal road to a man's heart is to talk to him about the things he treasures most. Flaming enthusiasm, backed up by horse sense and persistence, is the quality that most frequently makes for success. If you want to be enthusiastic, act enthusiastic. No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. The ideas I stand for are not mine. I borrowed them from Socrates. I swiped them from Chesterfield. I stole them from Jesus. And I put them in a book. If you don't like their rules, whose would you use? Arouse in the other person an eager want. He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. When fate hands you lemons, make lemonade. By fighting you never get enough, but by yielding you get more than you expected. The best possible way to prepare for tomorrow is to concentrate with all your intelligence, all your enthusiasm, on doing today's work superbly today. That is the only possible way you can prepare for the future. To be interesting, be interested. Criticism is dangerous because it wounds a person's precious pride, hurts his sense of importance, and arouses resentment. Most people don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Remember that a person's name is, to that person, the sweetest sound in any language. You can close more business deals in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get people interested in you. If you want to keep happiness, you have to share it. Every day is a new life to a wise man. Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. The essence of all art is to have pleasure in giving pleasure. Only knowledge that is used sticks in your mind. Act as if you were already happy, and that will tend to make you happy. The person who goes farthest is generally the one who is willing to do and dare. The sure thing boat never gets far from shore. 3/4 of the people you will meet tomorrow are hungering and thirsting for sympathy. Give it to them, and they will love you. Talk to someone about themselves, and they'll listen for hours. Remember, happiness is not dependent on who you are or what you have. It depends solely on what you think. The greatest asset you have is your earning ability. Your greatest resource is your time. Knowledge isn't power until it is applied. The only way to influence others is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it. Our thoughts make us what we are. Your purpose is to make your audience see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt. Relevant detail, couched in concrete, colorful language, is the best way to recreate the incident as it happened and to picture it for the audience. Don't worry about the past or the future. Live fully in the present. Take a deep breath. It calms the mind. Fear doesn't exist anywhere except in the mind. Keep busy. It's the cheapest kind of medicine there is. Criticism is futile because it puts a person on the defensive and usually makes them strive to justify themselves. A person's name is to that person the sweetest, most important sound in any language. When dealing with people, remember we are not dealing with creatures of logic. We are dealing with creatures of emotion, creatures bristling with prejudices and motivated by pride and vanity. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Give honest, sincere appreciation. Arouse in the other person an eager want. Smile. If you can't sleep, then get up and do something instead of lying there worrying. It's the worry that gets you, not the loss of sleep. Act as if you were already the person you want to be. Be genuinely interested in other people. Show respect for the other person's opinions. Never say, "You're wrong." If you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. Throw down a challenge. Remember that no one likes to feel that he or she is being sold something or told to do a thing. Let the other person feel that the idea is his or hers. Show the other person how the benefit to them matches their wants and desires. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. Dramatize your ideas. Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. Appeal to the nobler motives. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. Use encouragement. Make the fault seem easy to correct. Let the other person save face. Be wiser than other people if you can, but do not tell them so. The ability to deal with people is as purchasable a commodity as sugar or coffee, and I will pay more for that ability than for any other under the sun. Ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? Then prepare to accept it. Then proceed to improve on the worst. The best way to prepare for tomorrow is to do today's work superbly well. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. Always make the other person feel that the idea is theirs. When you have a lemon, make lemonade. An hour of planning can save you 10 hours of doing. Give your employees a feeling of importance. Give them the purpose, not just the task. The person who seeks all their applause from outside has their happiness in another's keeping. The man who goes farthest is generally the one who is willing to do and dare. Act the way you want to feel. You never achieve real success unless you like what you are doing.